I'm listening to nearly 100 albums from the year 1955, and I just finished listening to Buddy Rich with Sing and Swing with Buddy Rich, released on Norgran. I've heard nearly 70 albums from this year so far, and have made videos on all of them, and this is my least favorite record that I've heard so far. And the reason for that is that it's very obvious what this record is trying to do. This is clearly Norman Granz, the label head at Norgran, who would eventually form Verve after this. Clearly, this is him funneling Buddy Rich into the Chet Baker mold, realizing that Chet Baker's had some success with moving from the instrumental jazz realm into the vocal jazz realm. Let's throw Buddy Rich out there and kind of see what happens. And what works about Chet Baker is that there is a natural charm and innocence to his voice. However misrepresentative that is of Chet Baker as a human being, and it very much is misrepresentative of Chet Baker as a human being, it still exists. And Buddy Rich, also not a particularly innocent person, the charm is not there here. It isn't. He can carry a tune, which is, I guess, saying something, but that's about it. He lacks that innocence. His voice has enough lack of finesse to where he is hitting the notes, but he's not like, there's no sense of gliding here. He's trying to do a very gentle, vibrato laden thing, but it doesn't hit. It doesn't work. For my opinion, I think his voice is just a little bit too gruff, a little bit too weathered sounding at points for that to work. I think the core arrangements are okay for the most part. I still wouldn't say they're grand. I think the other nice part about the Chet Baker records is that Baker himself is playing trumpet on here, so you get to live in that dichotomy in real time. And Buddy Rich doesn't even play drums on this record, so you don't get that. This is just a novelty record. Interesting, I suppose, to hear Buddy Rich singing songs, and fortunately or not, I guess there's more of these records out there that I have not heard before, so I guess we'll get to talk more about Buddy Rich singing in future years. But for the time being, no, this is not really a record I would recommend. And as I said, definitely out of the 70-odd albums I've heard so far, it is my least favorite from 1955.